Hi guys, this is Alex at BlackboxMyCar.com. Today I will be sharing my very first update of BlackVue DR650 and BlackVue DR600. I've been only using these two devices for about a week, but I decided to release my first update video because a lot of people have interest in these two devices, and there aren't that, because these devices are so new, there aren't that many reviews or information out to read, and thus a lot of people have been asking for us to release an update. So I will be sharing a lot about these two different devices. So starting from DR650, I'll go straight in. I'll just tell you briefly the difference between the DR550 to DR650. 2.4 megapixel Sony exmor CMOS sensor on DR650, 2.0 megapixel Sony exmor CMOS sensor on DR550. The body of the color DR650 is complete black. The DR550 has a grayish finish to it, and the ring of the mount is silver. Another thing is the Wi-Fi speed. The DR650 Wi-Fi speed is much faster compared to the DR550, and DR650 can take up to 64 gigabytes compared to 32 gigabytes on DR600. So those are major differences between the DR650 to DR550. And I'm walking around this vehicle and just constantly pointing at the front of my windshield, because there is a DR650 mounted on my front windshield, but I don't know if you guys can actually recognize where the dashcam is. We have a lot of videos on YouTube channel just walking around the vehicle, because a lot of people want to simply know how the dashcam looks like when it's mounted. And the first thing I notice, especially with the DR650, I can't tell with my eyes, and I don't know if you can see it from this video, but it's really difficult to recognize whether or not I have a dash cam or so. Maybe because I have a black interior, but if I go a little bit closer, because of that light, you're gonna be able to recognize it much easier. But it's quite interesting. I didn't know the color difference would make this much difference. So size and shape is identical, exactly identical, just the color basically. And DR650's rear unit is mounted right in the back over there. So if you want to know how to install, look into the description. I've done how to install on DR550 on the specific vehicle. So there is the DR650 front unit. Another good thing that I can recognize right away with the DR650 is the Wi-Fi speed has literally been updated. Has been it's much better than the DR550. You don't have to wait longer than the DR550. The Wi-Fi button is located on the other side, and you have to press that button in order to access your Wi-Fi, access your videos through Wi-Fi network. And this Wi-Fi, the term Wi-Fi misleads a lot of people into thinking that you can park your vehicle at home and you can connect it to your home Wi-Fi network zone, and thus you can view your vehicle from your other room or from your workplace. Think of it as Bluetooth connection from your headset to your cell phone. So you have to be close to your vehicle in order to access that information. And real purpose of using the Wi-Fi is when you do get into an accident, or when you have to review your video, you need to you can see them from your cell phone, and you don't have to either bring it to you don't have to bring your laptops around, or you don't have to run into a computer store to see the video. Because last year when I got into rear-ended accident, I had to run to staples to whether or not I have the video evidence. And surely I did, but just to have that peace of mind to make sure that I do have the video evidence. And the Wi-Fi does really play handy in times like that. And also another thing is you can change your setting when you want to. Basically, you don't have to take out the SD card, bring it to your computer, put it back, change your setting, take out the SD card, bring it into your vehicle, plug it into your unit. You know, this is just, it takes time. And you know, if you want to see the changes right away, it's much faster if you were to use Wi-Fi. And so definitely the Wi-Fi speed has been improved, especially in the DR650. In terms of video quality, to be completely honest, I don't see the huge difference. Maybe because it's only been a week, or maybe because I see the DR550 or DR500 have been really, really good. And so the things that they did to tweak DR650 and DR600, perhaps I can't really seem to recognize it. But I've been only using it for about a week, so I can't really give you a full detail on these devices. But up to this about a week use, I don't really see a huge difference between the DR650 to DR550's video quality. But the real difference that I can really tell you is the color of this device makes a huge difference. If you are, I mean, most of BlackVue buyers are really either want a sleek design unit, and thus no one really sees it from outside. And that's number one reason why people choose BlackVue. And I think they did a great job with this specific device. Let me see if I wanted to share anything. Oh, and when DR650 comes out, or DR600, any dash cams as far as I know for BlackVue, when they come out from the factory, the focus level is actually set to defocus. So that means it's actually out of focus. The reason why they do that is so that, I mean, every vehicle has different curvature of windshield and whatnot, and these automatic autofocus feature can adapt to its surrounding windshield. So if you receive your unit and if you just plug in, basically try to watch the video and you're not impressed, I would say wait for about a day or two and see if your video enhances or not, because I've had incidents where our customers weren't happy with the video quality, and I've asked BlackVue numerous times, and they told me that they basically when these units go out of their factory, they set the focus level is set for defocus. So once you use it for about a day or two, the video quality will actually enhance itself. And I can actually say that is indeed true, because especially with the DR600, with my vehicle, I have radar detector and all these devices that's very close to the windshield. And on the very first day, those two objects were very, very clear, whereas the outside of the vehicle wasn't that clear. But as second day or third day, it basically balanced it out. So I can say that is indeed true. So yeah, wait for about a day or two and see if your video quality enhances or not. The Wi-Fi speed, as I said, definitely works good. They are discreet and very nicely, a sleek design. So DR650 is a dual channel dashcam. That means it has one in the front and one in the back. And the reason why I'm using it on this specific vehicle is because this vehicle doesn't have a tint for DR650's rear unit. It offers HD quality, not a full HD quality. And I must say the HD quality video, I don't think it's a true full HD quality. It's not that great, to be honest, but you are getting a front and rear coverage for the price of 1.5 basically, because if you were to get DR600 or even DR500, you're looking at about $600 to cover front and back, but for DR650 it's about $429. So you are getting something, but you're compromising the quality of the video. The reason why I'm saying this is because I get almost pretty much every single day I get this email asking, hey, I have a tint, I have a really dark tint in the back, and so is there any point using the DR650 or DR550 to cover front and back, especially if you have a tint? And I can show you that I have a 5% tint, which is the darkest tint you can get in the market. There are video samples if you look through my YouTube channel. Like, I must say, it's like wearing a sunglasses while you're driving at nighttime. And if you ever tried it, it's extremely difficult to see unless you're in a city light. So yes, you can see the video, you can still record video in the daytime, but at nighttime, any dual channel system is not going to really work for you. Let me see here. So for that reason, for me, I am using DR500. I don't know if you can see it. It's a full HD device compared to HD for DR650 or the DR550. It's not connected right now because I'm trying to hook up the battery package to record more videos. But anyhow, if for the people who are really quality minded, video quality matters, then you should go with the 2 separate channels. And if you have a really dark tint like myself, I mean, you can't go anywhere darker than my tint, but anywhere between 20% or less, I would say it's best if you simply go with the dual 2 separate system. If you were to go with the DR650 or the DR550, at nighttime the rear visibility is not that great. And in the other video, in the introduction video, I also mentioned that what matters in the dual channel system is that the front, for your front unit, when the video, sorry, let me get this straight. So to enhance your video quality, 2 things matter: the CMOS sensor that's built into your unit and the headlight, what kind of headlight that you have on your vehicle. Even with human eyes, if you have an HID or xenon lights, you see more things in the nighttime compared to conventional halogen lights. So just like that for cameras, you need to have a good, if you have a good CMOS sensor which is built into the system, built into the dash cam, or if you have a good headlight system, then you can see much more things. Whereas for your rear unit, nothing is actually shining towards this direction. Therefore, and to make it worse, a headlight is facing towards your camera lens. So even if you have a tint or even if you don't have a tint, the video quality, you can't really ask these videos to be dead accurate or really precise, because I'm saying this because a lot of our customers, not a lot, but some of the customers that we have, BlackVue is one of the most sophisticated and one of the most reliable and popular dashcam companies out in the dashcam market right now. But a lot of people think that by buying BlackVue, these videos should be completely perfect, even for your front and rear. So you have to understand, for your rear unit, if you have a tint, it's difficult to see the videos at nighttime. And so if your quality if you really care about the video quality, I would say go with one-channel dashcam such as DR500, or even something less. As long as it just doesn't bother your rear visibility, then go ahead with the any other dashcams that's in the market. That being said, let's move on to DR600. So I will start with the difference between the DR600 versus DR500. DR600 compared to DR500. DR600, okay, let's start with 64 gigabytes can be put in on the DR600 maximum. For DR500, you can put up to 32 gigabytes. And again, 2.4 megapixel on DR600, not the Sony Exmor sensor. DR500 is 2.0 megapixel, not the Sony Exmor sensor. And another thing, Wi-Fi speed has been improved on the DR600. And lastly, you can see that the DR600 is really dark in color. It's black in color, and you can't really see the device. Like, I honestly can't really recognize it. It's maybe because I have a black interior, but I didn't know the color difference on DR600. Excuse me. DR600 would make this much difference. But if you, I think this is the right direction that BlackVue is going, because I say at least more than 50% of the consumers who are looking to buy BlackVue is because they care whether or not their vehicle, they want something sleek and less noticeable from outside of the vehicle. And I think BlackVue nailed it with this color. I can really say they nailed it. Oh, and sorry, I forgot one thing. The biggest difference between the DR600 to DR500 is that DR600 now offers 133 wide-angle lens. DR500 offers 156 wide-angle lens. From looking at other videos, I definitely prefer any devices between 135 to 145. But DR500 became popular because it jumped out of any other dashcam cycle of offering 135 to 145 range, and instead going with 156. But I guess BlackVue decided to come down to offer much more clear and accurate videos rather than fisheye effect, because maybe about 30% of the customers weren't happy with the fact that the video quality is just too fisheye videos. So BlackVue got that right. So I'm just walking around DR600. So DR600 and DR650 are only available in North America. They're not going to be releasing the DR600 and DR650 in Korea. They're only going to leave DR500 and DR550 in South Korea, just to, I guess, differentiate the market. But in Korea, you need to have an LCD dashcam in order to sell for all these manufacturers, because LCD dashcams are really convenient to use if you actually get used to it, and if you don't mind having something that's really big on your windshield. For our viewers, you guys know that I wasn't a big fan of using LCD, but as I was testing CR2000 and other devices, I actually became a fan of using LCD dashcam. And the reason why the Korean dashcam companies are making LCD integrated dashcam is that, all these people most of the Korean drivers have dashcams installed. And when they ever get into an accident, police and insurance adjusters actually show up to the site, and without even asking both parties, the insurance adjuster or the police officer just says, let's watch the video. And because of that reason, LCD dash cams are really popular. And another thing is there's no threat of getting anything stolen in Korea, and thus people mount LCD integrated dash cam. And BlackVue will be releasing DR750, which is the LCD dash cam, dual channel dash cam with Wi-Fi. So you can still stream your video over your phone, but you also get that LCD dash cam. They're not really going to be, I mean, BlackVue is not really expecting that device to go off the shelf here in North America, because the culture is like quite different. People don't really like something big, but they made one and they're selling it in Korea right now. We'll probably carry it in some time, in about a month or two period. I think that was it. I think I covered most of the updates that I wanted to cover. DR600 to DR650. Let me see. Oh, and lastly, for DR600 video quality, yes, I didn't mention that. Again, I don't quite see the difference. Maybe because DR500 was just so good, and my favorite dash cam is and was, I mean, it still is, DR500. Oh, maybe not is anymore because this device is very sleek. Was 500 before the DR600 came out because of a couple reasons, and you can see the description to learn why. I made the video explaining why I prefer DR500 over any other dash cams that we offer. And lastly, I've wanted to touch bases with truck owners. A lot of our customers drive trucks. It could be a long truck, like 18-wheeler, to just a simple Ford F-150. And the biggest question that I get is, do I need a dual channel system for my truck, basically? Because you get front and back coverage for of a little bit of a half price, I mean, compared to getting two separate channel. But for conventional sedans, as you can see, if you mount one right there, the distance between the camera to the trunk to the end of to the vehicle is not that far ahead, and so any vehicle that's actually following behind you, videos can be captured. But for trucks, your rear video would probably get mounted. I mean, you're gonna have something way out in the back, and so unless you're really looking to protect your materials that's on your truck, then the dual channel could work for you. But I would say just go with the one channel system, because even having one could give you an idea of how what sort of situation that you were involved in. Because, like, for my case, I got rear-ended. I didn't have the back-facing camera that day, and yet it tells you everything. Whether or not I was stopped at a red light, I was stopped at a red light, I was trying to turn right. It was green light for pedestrians, and pedestrians were walking. So, and in the meantime, I got basically hit from the back, and so I didn't even have to, show the rear-facing dash cam video to make sure that I wasn't lying or anything. So just having one definitely is enough. But again, one other case that I also share in the other video is that this one local customer was using a really cheap Chinese dash cam. Really pixelated quality, really bad. Had one in the front, and suddenly this car in the back rolled up really slowly and hit the rear of the rear bumper. And if he admitted that he hit my customer, he would have been that frustrated, but he was constantly basically denying the fact that he accidentally bumped into him. It wasn't a major or even a big damage, but it just doesn't feel nice if you are lying about it. And so because of that reason, that's one reason that two channel dash cam, dual channel dash cam could work. because even having the one front dash cam, because it was so pixelated, it really didn't work out for him. And because it was such a slight bump into the bumper, it really didn't capture it. So that's one scenario that I was able to actually see that dual channel system could really work for you. But other than that, even having one is really totally enough. But that's your decision to make. So anyways, I think that was everything. I tried to cover all the questions that was being asked for last couple of days. I'll be shooting another follow-up review, or if you ask me questions at info@blackboxmycar.com, I'll try to compile these questionnaires again and make a YouTube video for you, so that way it's much easier for you to understand. So anyways, that's about it. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to our channel for more dashcam videos. And if you have any questions, just please visit us at blackboxmycar.com. Thank you for watching. Bye now.